Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting off the rear living towable section, right, with a floor plan I really enjoy, right? It's one of my favorites, not only from design-wise, but there's just a lot of things they implement in this specific floor plan that I think are just really cool, very innovative, right? Which a lot of times in the RV industry, we don't see a ton of. You know, it's kind of this manufacturer has it, and then this manufacturer's like, hey, that works. Let's do the exact same thing. What they've done here in this 2021 Keystone Alpine 3220RL, they've done some things with a hood as well as some storage that I think you'll be equally impressed with. And bit my tongue. Woo! It's one of the problems with being live, right? One of the things you will see right away is that this is just all-around beautiful floor plan. You have the dual opposing slides, which really help to open this space up. Nice, bright wood. They did a good job of kind of having the dark contrast in here where it's needed, but overall, it still feels very bright, and again, without washing anything out. And that's an important thing to note, because a lot of times that's not the case, right? It'll be nice and bright, but it's almost too white and things start to get washed out. They did a good job giving you some pops of color in here, a little bit darker. You can see, the two-toned woodwork, and then really I think they just pulled it together absolutely beautifully. So let's start right over here on this campside slide. Now, as you'd expect in a higher end, luxury fifth wheel, I mean, folks, I'm 6 foot tall. You can see I can easily stand underneath this slide, no problem. But what else does a tall slide box do for you? It gives you bigger windows. Look at the size of these windows. I mean, you have huge windows here letting in a ton of natural light. These windows open, the windows on the sides of the slide open, so you have all that ventilation coming in, all that light if you want it, and that is key, because if you don't, we have both day shades and we have night shades. So if we want to let in some light or you want full privacy, you can do it both here in the Alpine. I like the light fixtures they use as well. And, it's very simplistic, but kind of modern and I don't know, almost Art Deco at the same time. I don't know if that's right. I think it is. But I don't know. I just like the overall design, the way it looks. And you can see they kind of helped blend things together between the light here above the table as well as the one right there above your center island. If we take a look as well at the freestanding table and chairs, take a look at the backs of these. Very unique. I like that they kind of have a little more design to them. Rather than just being a flat fabric back, I personally like this. I think it's really cool. Yeah, the freestanding table and chairs is, nice and easy to get in and out of. Plenty of space there for 4 people, little leaf. And you will see this seamless vinyl and the slide as well. So they completely eliminated the carpet in this main living area. You want to talk about easy to clean? That right there is it, folks. And we're talking about attention to detail, right? Take a look at the front of this island. It's not just like a flat panel. They have raised panel, or not raised, like depressed panels in here. Kind of on the end, you almost have like these, kind of like a post with what they've done with the trim. It's elegant, it's classy. When you talk about having a luxury RV, I think they definitely did a lot of things in here that definitely help step it up. Thomas Paine furniture, these are of course both recliners. You will see that they do light up. You also have a heat and massage feature, so that way, you can kick back after a long day, recline, and just warm up the butt a little bit, help loosen up the muscles, get that massage going, nice and comfy in the back. Open this up, you have a spot for some remotes as well as a spot for a few beverages. And, my man Chris and I, we like our 3-finger pours, right? So you got to have a place to put it. That right there is where she goes. Right here in the back, you have the big Trifold Sofa, folks. This folds out into a bed. So if you want additional sleeping space, you can sleep 2 more people here. Now, if you don't, listen, I'm lucky. I'm one of the lucky few that I love my in-laws, but I know that's not always the case. And if you're one of those where you're like, I just don't want them to come stay the night, well, you don't have to let them know that's a bed. Or maybe it's reverse. Maybe, you're the ones that are buying this and you're like, I don't want my kids coming and staying with me, right? I love my grandkids in small doses, then they can take them home. You don't have to let them know they can sleep here. Go home. Come and visit, and then get out of here. This is for mom and dad, right? But right here, I do love the sleeping space on the sides. This is kind of cool too. You have wireless charging, so you can just put your phone on there, and well, maybe it's not going to work through my case. It did earlier, but you can put the phone right on there, and it will charge your phone. Oh, there it goes. There it is. So, but that's kind of cool, right? So you don't have to worry about plugging anything in, just drop it, go. Windows all the way around again. One more time, folks, all these do open, so you get in that cross ventilation. The reason I bring that up is because that's not always the case. A lot of times manufacturers will try to bring the cost down a little bit by having what they call a picture window, right? Or windows that don't open. And that's very common to do like on the sides of the RV, on the sides of slides, and the sides here. Because it saves a little bit of money. But here they want to make sure it's a luxury RV. You're going to be paying a little bit more for it. I mean, this one starts at $67,995, which honestly is a great price for what you're getting. I mean, that's $13.60 a day is what that one's starting at. And for all the features you get here, folks, it is 100% worth it. Taking a look across the top, this is a little more unique too, and I personally really like this. So instead of having storage doors all the way across, they left this open, and the reason I like it is because you can put some decor up there, right? Make it a little more elegant. You can see that, it kind of curves in, and it's just a little bit more of a focal point than you normally get, and I think this was a great choice because this is hard storage to access. A lot of times you don't use it a ton anyway, so I think having something where I can, display some decor in there is pretty great. While we're looking up top, let's take a look right up here. You have a ceiling fan, as you'd expect. Quiet, cool AC is standard, folks. So when you're sitting right back here, you're having conversation in the couch, on the theater seat, watching TV. You're able to do that without having to yell at each other or turn the TV way up. And it's a nice big TV as well, folks. It doesn't matter if you're sitting on that sofa or if you're back in those theater seats. What is this one? It's got to be 50-inch at least. Yeah, 50-inch TV. So it doesn't matter where you're sitting at in here. You're going to be able to see that bad boy. You have speakers on both sides, that multimedia center right there in the middle, which does have a DVD player built in, so you can pop a movie in for the kids, the grandkids, or maybe just yourself. You can see right down underneath that fireplace, which does a great job of kind of taking the chill off in this space, right? That's a big electric space heater, basically, is what it is. Now, as we move forward a little bit, now we start to get into this stuff that I really, truly love about this RV. I mean, if you haven't noticed, I'm really excited. There's a lot of stuff I really like already, but this right here is what really takes this one up a notch for me, right? There's two different things. One of them we're going to start with is this storage space underneath the microwave. It's convection microwave, by the way. But what do I love about this? Check it out. This opens up, slides back just like so. You have a light in here, and what you'll notice is there's an electrical outlet. So what you have is an appliance cabinet. Now, me personally, that's where I'm gonna put my espresso machine, right? Espresso machine, coffee maker, whatever floats your boat, maybe a toaster. But I love the fact that I can just open it up. I can make my latte in the morning, and then, when I'm done, I made one for my wife and I, or whoever else wants one, I can close it right back up, and you would never know it's there. It's not taking up counter space. It's not sitting out. I mean, they can kind of look nice, but at the same time, that's valuable counter space. I don't want to have that big espresso machine up there. The fact I can tuck it away right in here, I love that. Underneath, you will see plenty of storage there. It's nice and big too. There's not a stile in here, so if you have some larger pots and pans, you're able to fit them in there. And you absolutely might, because one of the things you will notice, take a look at the size of this oven, folks. You have a very wide oven. So if you have some of those bigger cookie sheets, you need a place to store them, and that right there is a perfect spot for it. You have electric ignition right there too, so that we don't have to stick your hand in there with a match. Light, super easy. Nice cooktop, 7,500 BTU burners on all three. You can see the electrical outlets on both sides there too. And now, the other thing I absolutely love about this RV, right here, you have this beautiful hood, right? Simply gorgeous. Again, they did a good job of having kind of different colors there from the standard woodwork, but take a look at this. Boop! Lifts up just like that. So you have your standard hood right up here. You have this extra storage, as my man Chris and I would say. That's where Daddy's bourbon's going, right up there, right? Maybe some of his Girl Scout cookies. Maybe he'll hide them from you, Kev. I heard about that. I heard about your misdealings. But I love the fact that, that is essentially a cover. It just looks absolutely beautiful, and it doesn't waste any space. You still get to fully utilize that space up there, which I think is really cool. Big kitchen island in here, too. You want to talk about prep space? Look at this. I have all this prep space. It's deep. It's wide. I have the huge sink in here, too. I mean, if I take these sink top covers off, you can see how big that sink is. And so the neat thing about this is, not only can you fit some larger pots and pans down in there, but if I just take this one side off and I use this kind of as my, my wash sink, my rinse sink, I have all this prep space for days, tons of storage right up front here, including double trash can, folks. If you know me, if you've seen my videos, you know I hate not having a spot for my trash can. And right there, I have a spot not for one, but two. Right over here is kind of like your bar, coffee bar area. You can see you have plenty of storage up top there as well. Kind of open one up just to kind of show you what you're working with here. Fuse panel will be right down there in case you're wondering. This one is open on both sides. And look at all that extra drawer space, folks. I tell you what, if you can't fit what you need in your kitchen in this RV right here, you're probably bringing too much with you, because there's enough here. You can live full time in this one and still have plenty of space. We'll see right here the in-command system. Everything you need. Super simple and easy to operate right from here. You know, if you have the generator, if you option that in, you can operate there. Tank heaters, awnings, HVAC, slide outs, lights, everything right from that panel. Coming into the bathroom, porcelain bowl, right? Nice and easy to clean. You have a linen closet right over here, as well as solid surface countertops, the American stone cast undermount sink. You know, again, beautiful light fixtures all the way throughout. Mirrored medicine cabinet. I step into the shower at 6 foot tall. I have more than enough room. I could be 6'2", 6'3" in here. One-piece residential style shower application, so, you know, less chance for any kind of leaks. Stepping up into the bedroom, man, it just doesn't stop. Again, you have windows on both sides of the slide. They both open. Beautiful headboard right up there. We'll open this one up. Take a look at that, folks. You have a ton of storage space right up there. You also have a spot for a washer and dryer if you want a washer and dryer. And then at the foot of the bed, you can see you have a little bench seat. You'll see your window there, and you also have a little bit of extra storage. Making our way, coming down and outside. One of the things I love is this right here, folks. You have drop frame construction, which is why this has so much storage here. You see they also give you tie downs. You have some larger items. You want to be able to tie them down in there so they're not rolling around. That gives you the ability to do so. Hydraulic, auto level, and slides. You can see that's right here if you need to refill it, as well as the pump if you need to do any kind of maintenance on it. And it is nice and simple right there. You can see the lines are color-coded, making troubleshooting that much easier. Your docking lights control will be in there, as well as your battery disconnect, so you can just kill that. Up front, you have a ton of storage right up there as well. Beautiful painted front cap, frameless windows. You know, you have the dual awning, speakers. Folks, there's so much on this one. Again, I just don't have time to cover it. If you love this one, simply text the word RV to 46642. Again, this one is starting at just $67,995, just $13.60 a day.